What's up? Hey, back with another video another day. Somebody told me do a reaction to Jesse Lee Peterson. They said I'll probably think he funny. I'm like, okay. We're gonna give it a chance over here. You know what we do? We done done a lot of Thomas Sowell, man. Thomas Sowell definitely like I don't know. Y'all, Thomas Sowell, I don't know about Thomas Sowell. Let's see. Jesse Lee Peterson. Let's see what he got. Subscribe, turn them posts. Smash that like button. Let's get it. Sit up a little bit. Maybe the angle look a little weird. Let me come down a little bit. I'll bring it down a little bit so y'all can see me down here. All right, let's go. Let's hop into it, man. Ain't no time to waste. Let's go.
Does white privilege exist?
Absolutely.
It does.
Absolutely.
And where's the proof of that?
All around. I tell people often now, in hindsight, one of the things that I wish I would have been more cognizant of was the white privilege at UCLA that was sitting, right next to me. For Black people, I believe white privilege is something to leverage.
What is it, though? I don't see it anywhere. What is it?
Huh?
What is it?
For
people like me who don't see it.
How do you not see white privilege?
Because it doesn't exist. That's
yes, it does.
So
There's some things.
Exactly?
I believe white privilege are.
My man trolling. I can tell that. I don't know. Let's keep going. But I think he already trolling. He funny though. I can tell he funny. He got a funny sounding voice, but I ain't laughed yet. So I'm gonna be real. If I don't laugh, I don't laugh. Like Epic Meltdown. Hold on, this is called Epic. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you what even the title was. Epic Meltdown. Guess CANT won't accept accountability. So I guess they're trying to say Black people won't accept accountability. I be sneaking a little bullshit in the titles. Let's go.
It's just the ability just to be free and white and not have the same type of social, economic, and social ills as Black people have to deal with. I mean, there's no white racial profiling. White people don't get pulled over by the cops just because they're white. They have the ability to, show emotion and love to their sons without being emasculated. There's all kinds of examples of white privilege.
Man, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If you don't know the talking points, you need to shut the hell up. Like, straightforward. Like, you make people look stupid when you don't know the talking points. If you believe in this, right? If you believe that white privilege exists, or you don't believe white privilege exists, you got to make sure, like, when you come into these conversations, you ready. You ready with your guns. I'm always ready with my guns. If somebody say, something about black on black crime, I'm ready. Like, why is there not white on white crime? Why are we just talking about black on black crime? I'm ready. I'm ready for any of these type of conversations. You got to be ready. Like, you got to be ready. You got to be on your toes, man. And if you are not on your toes like that, you shouldn't really believe it. To be honest, like, you only can believe what you study. Like, belief is to know, So you got to know in order to believe it. If you don't know, then how could you truly believe it fully? So you get what I'm saying, y'all. So she kind of need to learn the talking points, but she is right. It do exist. She just needs to learn the talking points to prove it.
Absolutely. Why don't you Black? How come you don't believe white privilege exists? What you say?
Well, because I
now watch this. He about to describe a hard scenario in his life where he has experienced it. Right. This is what Black people tend to do who are on that side. They experience the hardship it is to be Black and say, that don't matter though. I powered through it. That's my accountability, is powering through people treating you bad. Nah, fuck that. No. Hell no. No. Like, we need to be treated just as equals in society as everybody else, man. I don't care how many people come to the comment section and argue with that. Everybody need to be treated as equals. There shouldn't be somebody elevated higher because of the color of their skin. Like, point blank, period. I know y'all gonna say, well, DEI do that. No, it don't. No, it don't. It put the best person for the job in the spot. Because the Black person was just as qualified as the white person. The only problem was they overlooked the Black person because he don't look like them. Let's keep going.
I'm Black in color, but I don't have that dark mentality that most Black people have.
Clearly.
You said it clearly. I see that white people have the same struggles and things that we have in that.
What type of struggles do they
make
have?
Their marriages work. They have to make their children, help their kids grow up in the right way so that they can earn a living and be independent.
But they also have the majority of their fathers at home.
Right, and the reason for that, it's starting to change somewhat now, but the reason for that is because they are taking responsibility for that whereas black men and women are not taking responsibility for that as they did prior to the civil rights movement. Black people are blaming it on their lack of self-control and self-containment. They're blaming it on white people, while white people are working hard to keep it going.
I do believe that there
My man is a troll.
A need for black people to be held more accountable.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that doesn't excuse racism. That doesn't excuse institutionalized racism. That doesn't excuse.
But there's no such thing as that. It's an illusion made up by black people and their leaders.
No, it's not. It exists.
Well,
Sorry.
where's the proof of it, though?
What do you mean, where's the proof of it?
There are many kids who are getting into, black kids who are allowed to get into these universities around the country, right? Based on affirmative action. And because of affirmative action based on their color.
But affirmative action only exists because it exists. Like, he being funny. He really being funny. Like, affirmative action wouldn't have to exist if the playing field was fair. And this don't just go for blacks. It go for women, gays, what's it called? Veterans too. Veterans count in this too. What's the other? Disabled people. It don't just count for black people. So it's like, if everybody had a fair share, why do we need any type of why do we need any program to help people get included? Why is that even a thought in anyone's mind? Like,
that's discrimination based on color, and that's wrong. These kids are getting in, but they're not earning their way. So when they fail, they feel less than before they were allowed to get in based on color.
I'm a proud product of affirmative action. When I went to UCLA, it was because I was an affirmative action student.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And I think I turned out fantastic. So a lot of my peers who were having challenges getting into some of these predominantly white institutions, the affirmative action was great. My father went to Harvard. You know, he was one of very few blacks.
Was he affirmative action?
I don't know if he was. That was back in the late 60s.
Well, then he wasn't. He earned his way.
So, that being said, I still believe that affirmative action helped me get into UCLA, and it gave me access.
You would not have gotten in there on your own because you were not smart enough?
I don't know if I wasn't smart enough, but based on the curve and what I was competing with you know, other individuals who had different educational opportunities and teachers. I mean, I'm coming from, you know, the LA Unified School District. I mean, so at the time, I think LAUSD was still pretty good. I went to all white schools from high school up
so you
through
got
college.
good education. Why couldn't you get into the school based on your own talent?
Because the school wouldn't let her in, dummy.
I don't know. Maybe because I didn't have some of the opportunity. Because
But you had the opportunity.
first of all,
You had the same opportunity as white
That's why we have black schools. Like, I know, like they're like another conservative talking point is that we believe in separation because there's HBCUs, but HBCUs only exist because they won't let us into the mother schools. That hard time of getting into the hard time that black people have with getting into those schools. But like this dude, he funny. I ain't laughing, but he funny because it is sad. Like watching somebody talk who be like pandering to the other side. It do be funny. But like it be funny on the left. So I gotta give y'all some left videos because y'all just think I'm just a crazy leftist, and I'm really not. Like I just be watching this shit like from an aerial perspective, like all y'all stupid. Now let's get going.
Here's what happened.
Not necessarily. I had different teachers. I had different
So you went to a
resources.
white integrated school.
I'm talking about
mostly
going
white.
into these other into UCLA. I still had to be able to deal with some of the issues and going to predominantly white schools,
Like
but
what?
I still had to be able to compete.
Like what?
What do you mean, like what?
Some of the issues going to a
I
predominantly
would graduate from University High School, and at the time they didn't have an African American student union.
an African American student union.
At the school,
But that's a good thing.
they didn't have one.
That's a good thing.
Why?
Why do you need something like that?
Would they have Asian students?
Protect certain students in order for them to get in. This dude, he being funny. He gotta be being funny, man. He gotta be being funny.
Unions. They have Jewish student unions. They have all kind of different.
They have white student union.
They need student union. They own the whole school. So they.
But the kids didn't own the school. The kids didn't.
But I'm saying there's nothing. I don't think there's nothing wrong with
It's
having
amazing that you
a
think
segregated, population of students who just want to study together, work together, or to be able to.
Would you be in support of a white student union?
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
for sure.
Okay with that?
Yeah, why not?
But most blacks don't feel that way.
No, yeah, we do.
I think all.
Most intelligent blacks feel that way. I'll say that. Most not intelligent. I'm not gonna let me stop saying it like that. Most blacks who get both sides of the story would say, yeah, Yeah. Yeah, we need white student unions. We need white and black student unions. It's fair. Make the playing field as fair as possible. It don't matter how we do it. Let's just do it, right? But we can't keep going the way we've been going. Like the way her dad had to grind and the way he had to grind and get it is absolutely ridiculous. There was another dude we watched yesterday, Larry Elder. His story, his father was absolutely all the shit that he had to go through, and all he said was, yeah, he held himself accountable and took care of it. But there was so much of that. There was so much of that he didn't have to go through because of racism. Like he didn't have to go through that. Like I don't know, it's weird.
To be able to segregate and to be able to work within their cultures and network within their own cultures, absolutely.
Does racism exist?
Of course.
And where's the proof of that?
Oh shit. It's in the proof within your question. Do white unions exist? Do you think, I wonder would he answer this question, or y'all can answer it in the comments. Do you think it's racist that they don't have white unions? Do you think it's racist? Do you think that like if black people own the country that they will be racist to white people? Do you believe in reverse racism? Like let me put that one in. Do you believe in reverse racism? Like do you believe that black people don't like white people at all for anything that white people have done or anything like that? You think that? Then racism absolutely exists, man. And he knows it. He just being funny. Like he knows. Like I like this dude because he good at triggering you. He good at making you talk.
What do I see?
Disproportionate in the economics with black people.
But that has nothing to do with racism.
It does. Racism is about power. It's about
Yes.
who's in control. And black people can't be racist because we're not in control. We're not in control of the education.
That I disagree with, man. We absolutely can be racist. If we base it on socioeconomic status, the definition of we watering it down too much. The definition of the word is prejudice towards another group of people, or racist, or basically hating another group of people for the color of their skin, or not just the color of their skin. Oh my God, there's a whole definition to it. But we can be that. But if we go off the definition, I think she's about to go by, which is the definition where it's like, yeah, we can't enact racism. We can hate white people, but we can't do anything to them, right? If you're going to go off that definition, then all we got to do is build our own communities. And if we build our own communities, then we absolutely can do that. We still can do it. Like, to say black people can't be is just, that's wrong. That's wrong.
System, some of the social organizations and things that run this country, we're not in control. Racism about power.
Well, you would be in control of your own life if you had good parents, if they taught you how to be independent, if they taught you how to build, how to take care of. I've noticed that the reason I left where I lived over there in the Crenshaw district is that once the white people left, because once I moved there, when I first moved there, it was mostly whites. But once they left, as they did in Gary, Indiana, and other places, the blacks turned it into a ghetto. A beautiful area with the hell in a handbasket, so I got out. But if blacks had more character and they were taking care of themselves and being responsible and buying land and teaching their children,
that has to be taught.
Then, so that has nothing to do with racism.
But that has to, of course, that has to be taught.
So it's not racist. It's not white people's fault that you're not teaching your children to do that.
No, but it's not. If the parents don't know.
They don't know. But that's not white people's fault.
But if they go into some of these institutions, these predominantly white institutions, they are targeted. They don't have the same opportunities because of their color. It's true. I mean,
so then why go in there then? Why not go to an all-black school if you
some
feel
people
that?
do choose to do
That's
that.
true. That's a good point.
Some people do choose.
That's you see a lot of these black kids going to these white universities, and then they force their way in by saying, I need affirmative action. Once they get in, now they cry racism. Why do you want to force your way in with the people you think are your enemies, and you're still complaining once you get there?
I don't think
Because they have more resources over on that side that can get you better jobs than you can get at HBCUs. So like they have more opportunities. They're connected to more companies. That's the reason why you want to go over there. The only reason why Martin Luther King wanted to integrate into society is because he wanted to integrate the resources together. Look that up. Like all that stuff conservatives be talking about, that's really what he meant by it. He really meant like that's why towards the end of his life he said he felt like he led his people into a burning building. He felt that way because he saw that immigration wasn't really helping anything. It was making everything worse, in his opinion, at that time. But that's why, they got resources over there. So we want to go get them resources. That's why we go to them universities.
people are enforcing their way. Does affirmative action even exist now?
Based on color.
Does affirmative action even exist? Are people getting in based on affirmative action?
Yes.
today.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be there.
The way Trump
She just contradicted herself because you just said they are. Anyways.
Sit down, he's just leveled the playing field. So it is going to have to be more about being able to be competitive.
Hallelujah.
Wait, I thought this said 2024. I thought this said 2024. Yeah, they say 2024. So wait a minute, like Trump leveled the playing field February 2024. He got elected in 2025. Huh. Yeah. Well, anyways, y'all comment down below what y'all think. I'm out.